Reduce method in JavaScript is for an array, and what it does is it's apply callback function to that each element, and by calculating that it will reduce that all element into single value. So uh, I have this numbers array here, and let me use reduce method here, and inside it's similar, looks like similar to map and filter, and but we can use here initial value. Like in second argument we can use initial value inside this reduce function. Let me put initial value 0, and here for map and filter we use only one parameter, that will be this each element. But here we use two kind of parameter, like first is accumulated and second is that all uh, each element of an array. Let me use num. So here accumulated is like this first initial value that will be put inside this in accumulated parameter. So here accumulated value will be initially 0. So if we don't use this uh, initial value here, then accumulated will be changed to previous value, that will be this one, and num will be this value, that will be 2. So this will behave differently when you use this initial value. Then it will again become this initial value, that will be 0. So what we can do is uh, we can do like accumulated uh, here this first parameter will be 0, so accumulated is 0. And what we can do, 0 plus this num will be first iteration, it would be 1. So here accumulated value will be changed in first iteration if we return this. So every iteration uh, it will change based on that return value. If we put here return value will be 1, then what will be output? Accumulated. So it will return only 1 for this all radius. Let me run this here. That will be node, then reduce.js. So I have to log this. So let me store this value reduce value inside this variable reduce value const. So if I log this, you can see on the screen. Let me zoom. Let me do like this. Now you can see. Let me log this reduce value, it should be 1. As you can see, it will be 1, because every iteration the accumulated value is return 1 1 1 for 6 time. It will return 1 return 1 return 1. So we have to be careful for this return value, like uh, if we do accumulated, that will be first initially 0, then we are using this first iteration value, that will be 1. So first iteration, it will be 0 plus 1, then that will be first time it will be 1. uh, then what it does is, so here this will be 1 for first iteration 0 plus 1, then this 1 again, uh, this will go like this accumulator became 1, then 1 plus 1 will be 2, so this will become 2. So here uh, that we are returning accumulated value. So what is accumulated value? Accumulated value that we are returning inside this callback function. So this will become 2 now. So we are not using num here, so that's why it's looks like this. We are not using num here. So you got the idea that uh, if we use num, that what will happen? Accumulated initially 0, accumulated initially 0, for first time it will be 1. Okay, 1. What we are returning here? 0 plus 1, that would be this become 1. Then this became 1, then in next iteration it will become 2, so this will be 3, so this become 3, then second iteration this will be 3. So now 9, not 9, 6, we are doing addition, not multiplication, so it should be 6, then this will become 6, and what fourth iteration it would be 4, that would be 6 plus 4 10, yes, 10, that will become, so we are returning 10 and we are getting that 10, then next iteration this value 5, total 15, then this will become 15, then next iteration number is 6, 15 plus 6, that will be 21, so this will become 21, and the last return value will be this, total value will be 21. So this is not, so loop element is only here 6, so it will stop that iteration for this, it will run for this time only, 6 time only. So last value of accumulated, that would be 21, so here answer will be 21 for this accumulated plus num. So now let's log that reduce value, what will be, it should be 21, as you can see. So for reduce you have to always remember that return value what we are returning, that will become accumulated value, otherwise it will create some problem. So we are using shorthand method that will create a problem that we are not returning in shorthand method, like something like this. Here we are not returning something. Reduce value, let me comment about code. So here we are using this shorthand method. This shorthand method we are not returning here, it will automatically return in here in arrow function shorthand method. So here we are, that's why we also did some so here we are not returning something, then we are, when we use something like this code, then we forgot the return and it will return undefined and do plus kind of thing, then it will give nan not a number, then we like scratch our head what will be the problem. So we have to be careful for this return inside this reduce, otherwise it will create so many problem. Like let me use some, let me use like, let me do all the even number sum 7 8 9 10. So here even 2 4 6 8 and 10, and let me calculate that here. Const even sum. Here what I can do is numbers dot reduce callback function accumulator, and that all numbers initially let me use 0. Then I can use here condition if num percentage 2 is equal to 0, then here I can do return accumulated plus num. So let's see what will be for this. Only calculating sum for even numbers, so it say nan. So what will be the issue here? So we are not handling here what should be a return if it's not met the condition of that even number, then we are not returning this accumulated value. So by default we are doing like return undefined. So you have to be careful for return value for inside if like this condition have. So I can do else, and I can return here like return if this num is not even, then return accumulated value that we have previously accumulated value if this is not met this condition. So now it will work, it will not showing nan. As you can see, it's working. So reduce method is really good for like reducing some single value or doing all kind of calculation, it will uh, it will be good for an array method. So this is how we can use reduce method. And also we can calculate so many things using reduce. It will not like reduce, we can here initially we can create object and we can like uh, create uh, some more bigger, we can return bigger value than this, not single value. We can here also return an array like this, array of object. So it's not kind of it's a definition say it's reduced into single value, but we can also return some bigger value. So this is how we can use reduce. Just we have to careful with this return value, then it will work fine. And we have to know that a return value always goes into accumulated. That's why if we don't return, it will do return undefined, then we do undefined plus that number, so it will then give not a number. So thank you.